Last semester I had an essay due in 3 days and I had absolutely no idea how to even start, what to argue, or how to structure my thoughts. I stared at a blank page for an entire hour, panic rising by the minute, knowing I'd procrastinated way too long to write something actually decent or well-researched. Then I discovered AI tools specifically built to help you become a better writer and think more clearly, not just write essays for you. And I tested 10 of them to see which ones actually improved my writing, instead of just getting me a passing grade. Number 1 is the one that turned me from someone who wrote rushed garbage at the last minute into someone who could actually plan, draft, and edit something I'm proud of. Tool number 10 is Jasper AI. It's an AI writing tool that generates full essays from prompts, which sounds like a lifesaver until you realize you're cheating yourself out of learning. The essays often have generic arguments, and schools flag AI-generated text instantly now anyway. 5 out of 10. Tool number 9 is Grammarly Only. It's excellent at catching typos and grammar mistakes, which sounds helpful, but it does nothing to help you organize your thoughts, develop arguments, or structure your essay. So you're still sitting there staring at that blank page with perfect spelling and zero actual ideas about what to write. 5.5 out of 10. Tool number 8 is Quillbot's Paraphraser Alone. You write something clunky, it rewrites it to sound better, which feels like progress, until you realize you're just polishing bad arguments instead of fixing the actual problems in your thinking. 6 out of 10. Tool number 7 is Hemingway Editor. It highlights long sentences and complex language, pushing you towards simpler writing, which is useful for clarity and brevity, but offers zero help with structure, argumentation, building real evidence, or actually developing your core ideas in the first place. 6.5 out of 10. Tool number 6 is Notion AI combined with a writing template. You fill in your thesis, main points, and evidence in a structured template, and it helps organize it, which sounds great until you realize Notion can't tell if your arguments actually make sense logically, or if your evidence actually supports the claims you're trying to make. It just organizes whatever you put in. 7 out of 10. Now, a quick recap since we're halfway through this list. So far, most of these tools either wrote for you or fixed surface-level problems without actually helping you think better or argue more convincingly. The next 4 tools are where things actually shifted toward becoming a better writer, instead of just getting a passing grade. Tool number 5 is Google Scholar Alone, just the search tool without any AI help. You find real academic sources, which is genuinely valuable, but then you're left to understand them on your own and figure out how they support your argument, which is actually really hard when you don't know what to look for. 7.5 out of 10. Tool number 4 is Scribd or similar human power editing. But since that costs money, the free alternative is asking ChatGPT to review your draft and specifically point out weak arguments, not just grammar. You have to be willing to actually hear the criticism without getting defensive, and then rewrite entire sections based on the feedback instead of ignoring it. 8 out of 10. Tool number 3 is Google Scholar combined with ChatGPT. You search for real academic sources, paste summaries into ChatGPT, ask it to help you understand the actual key points of what you're reading and how they connect to support your argument. Then you write your essay using your own understanding instead of just copying what the source said. 8.5 out of 10. Tool number 2 is Grammarly combined with purposeful rewriting. You write your first draft however it comes out. Grammarly catches the mechanical errors and grammar problems. You rate it critically for flow and logic, and then you rewrite sentences that sound clunky or arguments that feel weak or unconvincing, using your own judgment and thinking, not just following AI suggestions. 9 out of 10. Tool number 1 is the Complete System. ChatGPT for outlining and brainstorming before you start. Google Scholar for finding real sources. ChatGPT again for understanding those sources. Then you write your actual draft. Use Grammarly to catch errors. And then you critically reread and rewrite anything that doesn't sound like your own thinking. This exact workflow took me from panic writing absolute garbage at midnight before deadlines to actually planning essays days ahead of time and submitting work I'm genuinely proud of and that reflects what I actually learned from researching. 10 out of 10. So here's the final ranking, broken down by what you actually need. If you want real sources to back up your arguments, use Google Scholar combined with ChatGPT for understanding, Number 3. If you want your writing checked and improved without AI writing for you, use Grammarly combined with your own rewriting. Number 2. If you want the complete writing system that builds real skills instead of just getting a grade, use ChatGPT for planning, Google Scholar for sources, ChatGPT for understanding, Grammarly for mechanics, and your own critical eye for rewriting. That's number 1. One bonus tool that almost made this list is Turnitin, but I left it off because students use it to check if their essay would get flagged for plagiarism, instead of actually caring about writing better, which defeats the whole purpose of improving as a writer. Comment what subject your essay is about. Like, share and subscribe for daily AI tips for you, since I post new ones like this constantly.